Looking for hair removal tools that not only deliver smooth results, but also empower you with a sense of complete control? Enter Conair Girl Bomb, your secret weapons for smooth, sleek results, made just for women. From the ultimate Girl Bomb grip and professional-grade blades, you don't have to compromise and settle for less. Conair Girl Bomb equips you with the precision and power previously reserved for men's grooming tools. So take your hair removal routine to the next level with Conair Girl Bomb. Available at ConairGirlBomb.com or a retailer near you.
At Strayer University, we've been empowering students to pursue their goals for over 130 years. From innovative degree programs and helpful tools to campus locations focused on creating community for international students, we can help you find your way forward. We even offer international students 25% off tuition on select degree programs. Visit strayer.edu to learn more. Eligibility rules, restrictions, and exclusions apply. Strayer University is certified to operate in Virginia by Chev and has many campuses, including at 2121 15th Street North in Arlington, Virginia.
This is the story of how a group of people brought music back to Afghanistan by creating their own version of American Idol. The joy they brought to the nation.
You're free completely. No one is there to destroy you.
The danger they endured.
They said my head should be cut off.
I'm John Legend. Listen to Afghan Star on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Stephanie J. Block.
And I'm Mary Lee Fairbanks. And we host Stages Podcast. Binge close to 100 episodes. Hear the inside stories from backstage and behind the scenes as we go beyond the resume and into the heart of creativity and what it really takes to be in the business of show business.
Don't miss our chats with this season's Tony nominees. If you love theater and entertainment, you are going to love Stages Podcast.
Subscribe to Stages Podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts and visit us at stagespodcast.net.
Hello. From Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month, we're talking about workers, women who fought for labor rights and shaped the way we do business today. They advocated and innovated to make the office, wherever it is, a more equitable place. When I say modern office space, what images come to mind? An open floor plan? Glass walls and plenty of natural light? Lots of greenery? Comfortable and sleek desks and chairs. The place you're picturing right now was probably influenced by the interior design work of today's Womanican. During the post-war era in the United States, she was dubbed the single most powerful figure in the field of modern design. Please meet Florence Knoll Bassett. Florence was born on May 24, 1917, in Saginaw, Michigan. She was an only child. Orphaned before she was a teenager, a family friend took custody of Florence. He sent her to Kingswood School, a girls' school associated with the Cranbrook Academy of Art in Michigan. Florence became enamored with the intricate and stylish architecture of her new school building. It was there that her fascination with design began. The Cranbrook campus had been chiefly designed by Finnish architect Eliel Saarinen. He was also the headmaster at Cranbrook at the time. When he learned of Florence's enthusiasm for architecture, he took the orphaned girl under his wing. His family invited Florence to spend her summer holidays traveling around Europe and exposed her to new art and culture. She forged a friendship with Eliel's son, Eero, who would go on to design the Gateway Arch in St. Louis. When Florence graduated from Kingswood, Eliel helped her secure a place at Cranbrook Academy of Art. She began studying design in earnest, enrolling in programs in New York and London, and ultimately completing her education at Chicago's Armour Institute of Technology. Then she moved to New York City. It was 1941. Florence began working in the offices of several architects. She was relegated to the interiors department, where most women architects ended up at that time. Then she met Hans Knoll. He was a German businessman at the helm of his family's furniture company. He was on a mission to spread the European modernism aesthetic in America, and Florence was just the person to help him. In 1946, Florence became a partner at Hans's firm. They got married the same year. In the post-war era, American workspaces were undergoing major changes, including how offices looked. Large companies based in and around New York were moving into innovative skyscraping office towers. The American office was modernizing, and Florence believed its interior should reflect that. She helped usher in a new era of open, stylish, and sleek American offices. Gone were heavy mahogany desks and stuffy interiors. The offices Florence designed were sleek, bright, and spacious. She planned the interiors for major corporate clients like General Motors, CBS, and IBM. The newly minted Knoll Planning Unit, founded by Florence, focused on shaping office spaces to work with clients' needs. Florence wasn't interested in just adorning a workspace. She once said, "I am not a decorator. The only place I decorate is my own house." In her design process, she was scrupulous about every single detail. No element of a space Florence designed could be called an afterthought, from the art on the walls to the design of ashtrays and doorknobs. She commissioned established architects to create signature furniture pieces for the company. She asked childhood friend Eero Saarinen to design a chair like a great big basket of pillows that I can curl up in. The result was the Woom chair. That piece and other iconic designs in the Barcelona chair and the Cyclone table became staples for the company. Many are still in production today. Florence also designed some furniture pieces herself. She launched Knoll Textiles when it became apparent that she needed fresher fabrics to upholster the company's modern designs. Florence also established many of the practices that are now commonplace in interior design, like considering how a business operates or how to improve worker satisfaction and productivity when designing an office space. Under her leadership, the company opened showrooms in cities around the world, exhibiting firsthand the groundbreaking design work happening at Knoll Furniture. In 1955, Hans was unexpectedly killed in a car accident. Some thought the company would falter under Florence's sole leadership, but she kept the business growing. She remained president until 1960, when she sold her interest in the company but continued on as director of design. 5 years later, Florence retired from the company. She transitioned to a private architecture and design practice based in Florida, where she lived with her second husband, Harry Hood Bassett. Florence's groundbreaking work in interior design has been highly praised over the decades since her career began. In 1961, she became the first woman to receive the Gold Medal for Industrial Design at the American Institute of Architects. Her work has been showcased in several museum exhibits, including at New York's Modern Museum of Art and Paris's Musée d'Art Décoratifs. In 2002, Florence was presented with America's highest honor of artistic excellence, the National Medal of Arts. Florence died on January 25, 2019. She was 101 years old. All month, we're talking about workers. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Talk to you tomorrow.
This is the story of how a group of people brought music back to Afghanistan by creating their own version of American Idol. The joy they brought to the nation.
You're free completely. No one is there to destroy you.
The danger they endured.
They said my head should be cut off.
I'm John Legend. Listen to Afghan Star on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Stephanie J. Block.
And I'm Mary Lee Fairbanks, and we host Stages Podcast. Binge close to 100 episodes. Hear the inside stories from backstage and behind the scenes as we go beyond the resume and into the heart of creativity and what it really takes to be in the business of show business.
Don't miss our chats with this season's Tony nominees. If you love theater and entertainment, you are going to love Stages Podcast.
Subscribe to Stages Podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts and visit us at stagespodcast.net.
In a world where fossil fuel companies are terrified of school children, where world leaders are ignoring climate science,
bing, bing, bong, bong,
and nature is recreating doomsday movie plots. What will happen next? It's up to you. Listen to the Outrage and Optimism podcast.
Imagine you're a fly on the wall at a dinner between the mafia, the CIA, and the KGB. That's where my new podcast begins. This is Neil Strauss, host of To Live and Die in LA, and I wanted to quickly tell you about an intense new series about a dangerous spy taught to seduce men for their secrets and sometimes their lives. From Tenderfoot TV, this is To Die For. To Die For is available now. Listen for free on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.